First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. It's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns taking on Phillip Rivers and the Indianapolis Colts.
We are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Here comes Nelson. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Browns take over.
The Browns offense getting ready for their first drive as they will do so behind their quarterback in his third year now from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's second down. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 13 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
I'm so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they're doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Julian Blackman bringing him down.
Brought down at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd and 9. Mayfield looking left side. That's caught by Landry.
Mayfield.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. Here's Jarvis Landry with the nice reception and pickup there. And when you say Pro Bowl, you better think Jarvis Landry. He's been selected to it every year since 2015. The only season he's missed is rookie year. And he is durable and tough. We talk about that all the time. How about this for an example? Hasn't missed a game in his first 6 seasons and was a 1,000-yard receiver for the 3rd time in 2019.
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Gain of a yard. brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
They run again on first down. Chubb. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry, and they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. From the red zone now, Mayfield. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Yeah, he's got it. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
At the 2-yard line.
2nd down and goal. Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Rodgers on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Colts ready to go to work here offensively, and it is Phillip Rivers, their veteran quarterback and longtime Charger, who will be under center.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you got to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. The numbers for him from a week ago. 6 catches, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
The stop made by Myles Garrett. A gain of 3 on the play.
This is Mack on the counter. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up.
He'll try to throw here. Rivers.
49.
That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Roughing the passer defense.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
This is Hines. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 30-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Browns 7, Colts nothing.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Rivers. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Browns to take over. They're trying to get back on track. They had the loss last week to the Dallas Cowboys. The good news, they've got the lead right now. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. That one is caught by Hunt. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
They stopped him in his tracks. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Colts.
They run with Hines. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's got Burton here.
Rivers pass.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
20-yard line.
Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down.
For the Cleveland Browns.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup. And a nice carry and a 1st down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished 2nd in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
The ball carrier.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Pick up a 3.
From the gun, Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards there and a first down.
10 at the 18-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Mayfield down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Intercepted by the Colts.
He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Rivers. This one into the hands of Burton.
Rivers pass.
7 yards, the pickup there. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. This defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Rivers on first down. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
Good catch there by Nyheim Hines, and I think that he's probably popped on some Phillip Rivers tape and how he used Austin Eckler out of the backfield with the Chargers as a model for what he wants to do this season. He's had at least 40 catches in each of the last 2 years. He probably expects that number to rise.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Again, it's Rivers. This will be caught at about the 5.
Rivers pass.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring out the 3rd down.
At the 1-yard line.
They'll throw again, Rivers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Now for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. That time a 6-play drive. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
For Indianapolis.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, Mike, they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. First down, Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 17-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the visiting Panthers who were able to come in and get one on the road. 27-21, your final. From there, we head up to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. 33-27 was the final. In the game you're watching, it's the veteran Phillip Rivers, who's up to his old tricks. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here are the Colts to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Hines, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Working out of the gun, Rivers connecting with Burton here over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
They run the option on 2nd down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Rivers to throw it. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
A first down throw here for Rivers. That's into the hands of Pascal. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down.
Grabbed there by Zach Pascal, and he's one of those guys that often people forget are even on the roster, but when you look up at the end of the game, he's produced over 600 yards and 5 touchdowns in 2019.
Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
A gain of 4.
They run again with Hines. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
A gain of 4. And it's
Here's Hines. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
tackle made at the 9-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll run here with Mack. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 7.
Again, it'll be Mack. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
The ball carrier.
This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Looking to run with Mack. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run for it. It's Mack. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the third quarter. And again, it's Chubb. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
Brought down. That is
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Darius Leonard able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Shows his strength at the 50. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now another drive coming for Phillip Rivers and the Colts. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Rivers hands this one to Mack. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
The Colt ball carrier. The tackle by Sione Taki. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw here. Rivers. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Rivers pass.
And the Colts are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
At the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
For Indianapolis.
Here comes Nelson. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
7.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Brought down back at the 32.
Mayfield. Pass incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Browns on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be third and forever. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't think, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. He's got daylight. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Rivers pass complete.
Paris Campbell, 82 yards. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Nice grab there by Kareem Hunt. It's going to be fun to watch him expand his game here in 2020. Versatile in the passing game, can carry it on the ground as well. Remember, he only played about half the season in 2019, 37 catches and a touchdown during that time. He's going to find more snaps this year and really expand this offense.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Caught left side. It's Beckham. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And there's a good catch by Odell Beckham Jr. And in 2019, even though it was one of the least productive seasons of his career, he was still a 1,000-yard receiver for the 5th time. Also caught the longest reception of his career as well. An 89-yard touchdown against the Jets on a Monday night. Explosive is Odell Beckham Jr.
Mayfield able to find Hunt out of the backfield. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the Colts.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16.
From the gun, Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd, picked by the rookie Julian Blackman. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Now the rookie out of Wisconsin. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On the ground, it's Mack. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
It's a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, Hines. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. This is Hines. And this is going to be a Colts 1st down as the tackle made here at the 36.
The ball carrier. The tackle made at
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. And I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
He's brought down by Malcolm Smith.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
At the 20-yard line.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. To the right side, and he's got Landry, complete. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Mayfield on first down. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say